Hello, hello, welcome back to the Craft Scraps. I am Lauren. So today we are going to be doing something so fun. We're going to be making a beautiful bride robe. So you know, like when the brides and the bridesmaids are all getting ready and they want to take those like cute pictures in the satin robes. You want some custom ones? Girl, I got you. I got you. So freaking easy. The robe that I'm using is going to be just a plain white one that I got from Amazon, and I'll link it in the description bar below. And I'm also going to be using some really pretty gold glitter HTV, and I'll show you step by step how to apply it to the robe. So this is the robe we are going to be making today. It's so cute. I love this SVG from Auntie. It's just like so classy and pretty, and with the gold it just like looks so cute. So like I said, this is the robe I got from Amazon, and apologies, it is a teeny bit wrinkled. I've had it folded up. So this is what I'm going to be using today. As I mentioned, it's going to be linked in my description below. I think this turned out so freaking cute. And so as I mentioned, I'm just using a Auntie SVG, so it's going to be super quick and easy. And I'm also using my mini heat press and also using gold glitter HTV, but of course you can use whatever kind of HTV that you want. And I think that's it. So as always, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell so you always get notified when I post a new video. And that's it. So let's get into it. Alright, so for our bride robe, I am going to be using a SVG that I got from Auntie, and of course this SVG is really simple, so you could easily just type this out in a font that you'd like. So I'm going to come over to upload, and I have a bunch of stuff here, but the SVG I'm going to use is this bride one here, so I'm just going to click on it and click insert images, and so now we have our SVG, and that is basically all we need to do except for sizing it. So I'm just going to, I like to use this mat kind of like my ruler, and so I am gonna make this about 3 by like 2.5 by 9 or so, and that way it'll sit nicely in the center of the back of the robe. And so that is basically it. So we can come over here to make it. Because we're cutting out of HTV or heat transfer vinyl or iron-on, whatever you want to call it, we want to mirror this. And so basically this is going to make sure that it cuts out backwards of the actual HTV material, and then when we go to iron it on the robe, we will flip it and press it so it is right facing, and it'll make much more sense once I show you on the camera. So we can click continue, and so it's going to find my machine, and then also I will be choosing my cut settings. The cut settings I'm going to be using for this is glitter HTV, just because that's the kind of HTV that I'm using. But if you're just using regular HTV or something other than glitter, then you'll just choose the correct setting for you. So while it's finding my machine, I will flip you guys over to the camera so you can see how we're going to make it. Alright, so for the robe, I'm going to be using this really pretty gold HTV from Auntie. And so I have it on my mat. I'm using my light grip blue mat for this. And I'm going to insert my mat. Oh, and I should also note that we have the HTV on the mat with the shiny side face down. So this side is shiny. This is basically the carrier sheet. So we want it face down on the mat so that our machine actually cuts through the HTV, and also we want to make sure we mirror it so it's going to cut out backwards, and then when we flip it over to actually press, it'll be right facing. Alright, so we can take our mat out, move our machine out of the way, take our HTV off the mat, and so now we're going to weed away the material we don't need. So I'm going to just pick up a corner of the outside and just peel away, and so it will then reveal our final design. It's like so satisfying to peel this HTV. The glitter is like so satisfying for some reason. Alright, so now we'll go back in and get all of the middles. So I will say with the gold HTV or with the glitter HTV, it's a little hard to see exactly where the middles are. Oh, but if you have like a light that kind of like reflects off of it, it gives you kind of like a better idea where you're going. Alright, so we have our bride HTV ready to go. Alright, and so you can't really see it, but this is the robe that I'm using. I got off Amazon, so I'll link it for you guys below so you can check it out. Alright, and so to press this, I'm using my heat press pad here. If you don't have one, no worries, you totally don't. I've done plenty of crafts iron-on without it before, and then I finally just decided to invest in one. So I'm just getting this onto my pad, and then I'm going to place this on here. So I'm basically using the tag. I don't know if you can see it from this angle, but I'm using this tag as my center point. So that's giving me an idea of where I want to go. So I'm going to be using my Cricut mini press, but if you have an iron or a heat press, you can totally use that as well. So before we do anything, I'm just going to go over the fabric where I'm going to press it just to get any wrinkles out, any moisture. Alright, and then we're just going to take our bride SVG and just place it in the center. Alright, and so to protect this, I'm going to use a piece of parchment paper over it while I'm pressing, just to make sure I don't ruin the robe because it's so delicate. And I'm just going to take my easy press and start on the left and just kind of press and move it around. So with the mini press, we do want to make sure we like move it as we're pressing, whereas with the easy press, you just kind of like press and hold, and you're not supposed to move it around. And I do have this on the highest heat setting only because it's glitter HTV, and glitter HTV takes more heat to actually like adhere. Alright, so let's see. And there we are. Alright, so I hung it up here so you could actually see what it looks like, and I think this is just freaking, I think this is so stunning. Like, so pretty. Alright guys, so that is it for our super simple bride robe. I hope you guys found this helpful, and as always, happy crafting!